So today, I'm going to be taking a look at the Batman Arkham Shadow official gameplay trailer. I have not seen it before. It's a 2-minute long video, so without further ado, we're just going to get right into it. Okay.
This rat cult
That zipline was pretty cool.
like a plague. I have to stop it, even if it consumes me.
A corrupt system has failed you. Are you not angry? Fight back.
It's the freaking bat! We aren't afraid of you! The bat dies tonight!
Jim, this Rat King could be anywhere. A face in the crowd, a foot soldier in his own fanatical mob. So how in the hell do we find him?
Targets are all city employees, civil servants, public officials.
You could have been more than a symbol. You could have been a god.
Look out!
If you don't calm down, someone's going to die.
Alfred, we tried it your way, now we do it mine.
A little bit of Splinter Cell in there, you know, highlighting
Something big's going down tonight.
That's kind of cool.
We repress our rage, our fears. It feeds the shadow deep inside us.
You're everything that's wrong with Gotham! I'm done holding back! I can bring the Rat King to you.
Become the night. Let's just take a step back here. So there's a lot of the grappling hook. I think this mechanic's pretty cool, to be honest. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Splinter Cell. But at the same time, is it going to be too simple? Because it kind of destroys the mystery aspect of it. Like if you look here, there's a highlighted area on this bookcase or bookshelf, whatever. So I don't know if I like games like that kind of disturb the natural process of figuring out what to do, investigating an area and things like that. If you walk into a room and there's just some yellow icon on the side of a door or a bookshelf or something, that kind of hints, and it's not even a hint, it's like it's a blatant, obvious thing to tell you, hey, go this way. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. To be honest, especially in like more of an open world game or something like that. I like, maybe, tell me where to go, but then let me figure it out once I'm there. So seeing this kind of stuff is like, meh, it's kind of cool, but
Soldier in his own fanatical mob.
I don't know if it's going to be fun for gameplay, right? So again, this is the first gameplay we're really seeing.
How do we find him?
Targets are all city employees, servants.
So we'll see how it comes out, but some of these action sequences look pretty cool. It looks like you have like a little multiplier up here. Let's see if that goes up when he hits this dude. It does. You see that? It was at 1 and then it goes to 3. And it looks like we have some arrows here. Do you see that arrow? So it's kind of like if you've ever played Until You Fall or games like that where certain boxing games and stuff like that, they have that too, where there's combos and sequences, kind of like Beat Saber, if you will, where the game kind of tells you what to do, how to punch, when to block, when to throw things, whatever. And that obviously creates this combo up here. I'm not sure what this is, maybe health or like a combo meter, perhaps, where you could kind of do some cool thing. And this failed experiment, there's some tagging here, which is kind of cool to see. But yeah, this mechanic here, I think that's going to work really well. I think it works really well in VR games like Until You Fall is the perfect example. That's really the only one I could think of right now off the top of my head, where, that combat situation just feels very fluid and fun. But at the same time, if this is the, I don't think this is going to be the only aspect of the combat system, but if it is the only aspect of the combat system, where you're constantly doing these combos where the game dictates how you fight, are people going to like that? Because, you know, do you want to have the game decide how you fight, or do you want to go out and just do whatever you want and you know, throw whatever punches you want to throw based on how you feel you want to handle the situation? So it's an interesting concept. We'll see how it works out in VR, obviously. It's good and bad. You know, I'm trying to play both sides. You know, obviously it's good because it's a gamified mechanic, but in VR, when you're immersed and you're fighting, you're doing combat yourself, maybe it would be nice to do your own kind of moves. So you see here, you know, I'm sure you could fight however you want. It does say critical strike, so perhaps that's just to make you know, combos and get your power-ups going. So you might not necessarily have to fight this way, but you know, you would have to fight this way if you want to work towards the combos, or you know, that critical strike to maybe do more damage or something. And it looks like that meter does come up, and it looks like that meter's full now. And he pulls out his, you know, his little, I don't even know what this is called. I'm sorry for the Batman fanatics, but his little throwing star, Batman throwing star. So it looks like he's able to throw this out now, and then just destroy this guy. But yeah, obviously Batman, there's not going to be any blood or gore, I don't think, right? So we'll see. I didn't see any. There's some red there, you know, across the screen just from it doing things, but I didn't see any blood. And even here, you know, it looks like there's an auto target system. So maybe wherever you're looking, that's where it will throw that power up that you receive after, you know, getting those combos. And that's really interesting to me. So we'll see how this mechanic works out, but it does look like there's an auto target system for this, and then maybe you either just throw and release and it automatically goes, or maybe you press a button, something like that. But yeah, we could see obviously it kind of stuns him here. Boom, right here. And he has like a little thing over his head at some point. Was an icon on top of his head? No, I think that was just the this thing kind of popping off here. This, you see that? So I wonder what that means. So again, going with more mechanic systems, these little lightning bolts on top of the enemies' heads, is that indicating that they are stunned? Is it indicating that they're about to attack? So as soon as you see those blue lightning mechanics on top of their heads, does that mean that they're going to attack, so you need to focus your attention on them because they're about to hit you? You need to make sure you're ready to block. What does that mean? You know, so there's all these little subtle things that we could look at on the HUD here on the UI, which is pretty cool, to be honest. Another thing, I'm going to keep pausing it because this grappling hook keeps showing up, and it's kind of like a multi-tool. If you've ever played Half-Life Alyx, it seems like a multi-tool from what I've seen here in the trailer so far, where it works as a grappling hook, but then later on in the trailer, you saw he actually pointed it at, right here, you see him point it at the wall, and maybe it's not the same gun, but it looks like it. And you see, boom, he creates like a little, you know, whatever, some thermite or something, whatever, it blows up the wall in the Batman symbol, obviously. And then boom, you have access to a new environment there. And also here, if you look here, it looks like he shoots that on the ground. He's pointing on the ground. Boom, shoots it. You can actually see it right here on the bottom. And explosive gel hostile 3. It actually tells you something here. If you look at that HUD. Right there, explosive gel hostiles 3. So I'm assuming that means that the explosive gel, that's what it's called now, we know. The explosive gel will hit 3 of the hostiles which are nearby. And obviously you could see them, you know, completely get blasted and destroyed there. This boss mechanic looks pretty cool. Boss mechanics are always something that I'm interested in, especially in a game like this where, you know, you're going to be fighting your enemies and stuff, but the bosses are going to be the most entertaining fights, I think. And it looks like they have some cool mechanics. We'll see how, you know, how the other bosses are. I'm assuming this isn't going to be the only boss fight that you encounter. Obviously not. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of mechanics they have. You know, obviously this guy here, he has this whip. And yeah, I don't know what that was all about at the very end there. He kind of Do you see that? He kind of slapped his hands together, his fists together, and then I guess maybe that's another power-up that you get or something, where you're able to, boom, lunge forward and do some, like, massive power attack. Yeah, so here it looks like there's going to be some type of flight system where you, I don't know if this is a repel system or some flight system where you're kind of gliding or something. It's kind of an awkward position because if you see his legs are pointed forward. So that kind of makes me believe he's on a repel line or something. Because if he's hovering or you know, flying like like a squirrel, his head would be forward and he would be going face first and not feet first. But maybe he changed his positioning midair and then wrapped, you know, moved his feet in front of him to do this kick attack. Which is pretty cool. So if you could do that, that would be kind of neat. We'll see more there. But that's pretty cool that you could do that. So, check it out. Right here, there's a lot going on. So you see that first attack, that combo point. Here's the combo meter. And then if you look on the screen here, right here, this blue jabby attack there, it shows, hey, someone's about to attack you. So we know what that is now. It's not a stun for the enemy. It's telling you that this enemy is about to attack you. They're off screen, and you need to turn that way because they're about to blast you in the face. So there he is, and then he dodged and punched him. So it looks like there's a lock-on mechanic too, if you look here. So if we back it up just a little bit, right here. So yeah, he's about to attack. He's getting ready to swing, and then you know your character, he dodges. Boom, dodges, and then if you see here, he's highlighted with this punch attack. So I guess that means that you have that attack equipped. You're going to be punching, you know, whereas the other one, it showed that throwing star. Excuse my terminology for the Batman realm. But yeah, it looks like you're able to, you know, lock onto targets in this way. And it looks like it is kind of dictated based on where you're looking. So he's looking here, it's you know, targeting here, but then... yeah, it targeted this person in the background briefly, and now he's looking in this direction, so you could see he's targeting him as well. So it looks like it's kind of like a lock-on system, right?
Jim, this raccoon. Jim, this
and that might have been another power-up too, because we see he has that 5 combo. So you see this kind of like mystical kind of, you know, kind of dust around him. And it looks like you have this power-up ready to go. So this looks like another power-up ability. So there's multiple things you could do with that power-up. You know, maybe you could do a lunge attack like this. You could do like this ground slam kind of thing that he does here, where he kind of, boom,
Jim, this raccoon.
Hits him in the ground. And it looks honestly really cool, these kind of different combo sequences. And you could even see here this targeting system. It actually highlights in gold now. It's not a gray target system, it's gold, which maybe indicates that you have your power up ready to go, and you could press a different button or something to kind of get that going and do that attack. And of course we have the suit. You wouldn't be Batman without the suit, right? So
now we do it.
So yeah, last thing here in this scene, actually, you could see again, he kind of has the scanner. Maybe that was the mask that he pulled earlier in the trailer, but boom, he turns it on, and then boom, you have all these scanny devices. So it looks like it highlights a rifle, maybe these vents down here, and then maybe things you could grapple off of, or maybe, you know, pull yourself to with that grappling gun. And then if you look, he looks to the left here, there's more of the same thing, these little kind of gargoyle type of statues that maybe you could go and get on or something somehow. We're not sure what these vents are here. Maybe you could do something with the vents. We're not sure there. And then obviously it helps you in the game with finding doors and switches and things like this. Obviously there's a little switch box over here, which leads to this door. So it just kind of helps you with the game. And then we could see enemies completely highlighted, as if you could see through walls completely. So very stealthy, it looks like, kind of Splinter Cell-ish in that way. And yeah, I'm excited for it.
Your way, now we do it mine.
Something big.
Yeah, that stealth attack too. You know, you could take out enemies either aggressively head on, or you could boom, yeah, choke them out from behind, I guess. Again, some more grappling mechanics. the grappling gun. That's a or multi-tool gun. So yeah, this is the Batman Arkham Shadow trailer assessment, and what we could see in the gameplay so far. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. I'll be covering a bit more of this game as the release approaches. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.